Hey guys, what I've got here is a 16-inch Mastercraft oscillating desk fan. I would say this is from probably around the mid-1980s, and some of you may recognize that this fan was made by Lasco. It does look very much like the American versions that had the Lasco and Galaxy and Sears brands that were slapped on it, but this is the Canadian one, and these were sold exclusively at Canadian Tire, which is kind of like a hardware home improvement kind of store up here in Canada. And Mastercraft is their store brand name. That's actually been around for a very long time. And while this fan is made by Lasco, this is kind of unique. There are some parts on this that I haven't seen, or not seen very often, on the American counterparts. But anyways, this is the before restoration condition of this fan, which is kind of shocking because it looks very clean. I mean, the grills have a decent shine to it, the blades, look at the reflection. But it's not until you get really close that you start noticing that it does need to be cleaned. So there's some dust buildup on the grills, a bit on the blades too, as you can kind of see there, and also on the base. Actually, a lot of this is probably just from it sitting around in the workshop. Some dust, but all around it's in really good shape. The only cosmetic flaw that I've noticed so far is, I don't know if the camera will pick it up that well. What's a good angle? Oh yeah, you can see it right there. There's a little tiny dent on the switch plate, which isn't really a big deal. It's kind of difficult to notice anyways. Otherwise, this thing's mint. Shockingly, all of the clips, well actually I wouldn't say all, but how many are there? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 of them are intact. I believe these originally came with either 4 or 6. So at least half of it's still there. It's doing their job, holding the grill together. Yeah, so what I was gonna say actually was, this fan has kind of the unusual grill. There's also a super version of this fan that has pointed blades, and it has I believe it has a different looking badge, and the grills are kind of 2-layered, whereas, well, trying to think here. No, actually the super, it's a 2-layer grill. It's got an extra ring on the center, and there's another set of wires that kind of go around. It's kind of a unique design. If I ever find one, I'll definitely make a video on it, but this is interesting because it's just a one-piece grill. It's got the finger-proof, more tightly spaced spokes on it. And this badge actually, or this emblem, is the exact same one off of the 12-inch ones. So it's kind of an interesting fan. And also the buttons don't have any gradient to them, it's just all brown. Speed 1, 2, 3. And one thing I noticed with these Canadian Lasco fans is that a lot of things are just kept numerical. Like the numbering is just here, 0, 1, 2, 3. I believe the American ones say off, low, medium, high. And also here it would say like 16-inch oscillating fan, but here in Canada, because it's a highly bilingual country, for the most part, it just says 0, 1, 2, 3, 16. No English, no French, just kept numerical. Let's see what else here. Let's turn it around to the side. This fan's it's got a good weight to it. And actually a good portion of the weight is just from this really tightly spaced grill. There's a lot more metal on here than the American versions. Now that's a good blade pitch. Good luck trying to find that on a modern fan. Really nice. So yeah, there's some dirt here and there, but pretty good all around. Now this design right here is the later design, whereas the earlier ones had horizontal slots for ventilation. So this is probably more towards the mid to late 80s. It does have that almond colored plastic. Alright, so, well, can we take a look inside the motor? I don't think there's much to see, but no, it's not gonna focus in there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in and we'll give it a little test run. Hasn't ran in a while, but I think it'll still run good. Alright, it's plugged in, so we'll test it on low speed. Gonna step out of the way of its airstream while it clears itself of its accumulated dust. This fan has a lovely low speed. That's the thing I noticed with these Lasco 16-inch oscillators and also their 12-inch fans. They just run so quietly on low. And without sacrificing performance at all. I mean, this thing's already throwing out a solid amount of air. Yeah, even before servicing, this thing's running really, really well. Nice. I just noticed that the grill has these little spots where the corrosion hasn't quite taken place yet. There's another one there. And I'm assuming that's where the grill clip used to be around. Let's actually see if I can count how many there are. I can't really tell, but I see 3. I only see 3, so maybe whoever owned this fan at some point previously only ever installed 3? I have no idea. Anyways, yeah, runs great. Here it is on medium. Oh, there you can see the dents. Anyways. A nice step up from low. And here it is on high. This thing flies. I mean, it's cranking out a ton of air. It oscillates, of course. The oscillator is a little creaky. I think the wire is kind of rubbing against the plastic neck, but I think I can take care of that with a little bit of synthetic grease. It's a really nice fan. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a really nice runner when it's cleaned up. Not that it isn't right now, but I think it's going to be even better once it is cleaned. Actually, the spin down time alone is telling me that the motor doesn't really need to be oiled. Alright, well that is the 1980s Mastercraft 16-inch oscillator made by Lasco. So, I'm not sure when I will have time to do it, but eventually I'll take a video of the servicing of this fan, and there'll be another video once it's cleaned up, so keep an eye out for that. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. A lot of videos coming in June, and July, and August, so stay tuned. Alright, see you guys later.